Hartsville is located in the Upper Cumberland region of Tennessee. Some of you Civil War enthusiasts may know Hartsville from the Battle of Hartsville during the Civil War. But we're going to show you a little known fact about the Chamber of Commerce, where they are preserving a train depot museum.
Built in the late 1800s and was going to be destroyed, and I had one of those screaming, crying fits that women have, and went down to see Colonel Hooper, and we managed to save it. Then we got some pork barrel money, pure and simple, pork barrel money, folks. That's what you see that did the restoration, and we worked with it. When Mr. Oliver and I started in here, there was nothing in here. Like about 6 years ago, this place was totally empty. So everything you see has come in the last little bit, and people come in and say, we didn't know you had this, and then they'll bring us something more.
Well, we'll explain a little bit about the depot building, then we'll show you a museum we have, and as Eleanor said, if it weren't for her, we wouldn't have this building, because L&N was tearing down, actually we're one of the few towns in Tennessee that has a depot with no train track. If you notice, there is no train track. Well, they've taken the train track, and they're going to take the depot and just level it. And Eleanor said, we can't do that, so she got on the phone. It's interesting because some towns have lost their depot and their railroad line and are trying to restore them, and they're having to start from scratch. But this is the authentic building. The very back part of the building dates from the late 1800s, and this part is a little bit more recent, like 1900s. All right. As you're seeing right here, this was actually one of the waiting rooms, and this room right here was a waiting room. And we had a black waiting room and a white waiting room. I'm not sure which was which.
This was the African American.
This was the African
It
American.
had a big sign that said colored.
Oh, it said colored, right. And originally there wouldn't have been a door here, and there wouldn't have been a door here. You would just come to the waiting rooms and wait it, and then go on outside. What you're standing in right here is actually where the ticket agent sat and all that kind of stuff. You see when we walk through there. So these are two separate waiting rooms. They each had their own potbelly stove, and when the depot was built, there were no restrooms. And when we got our pork barrel money to restore this building, we had to make a handicapped accessible restroom in a building that had never had one before. So they just told people to go down the street or around the tree or up there. We have a few items in here of historic interest. Because the back part of our museum is not heated or air conditioned, we try to put some more valuable paper items and material items up front where we can see them and take care of them. Of particular interest, and I'll give you a chance to look before you go to the next room, is right here on a piece of yellow poster board in the frame. We had a local drugstore, a local pharmacist who manufactures his own drugs. And he was quite famous for some of the drugs he had. We had a lady from Hartsville and her husband that owned a music store in the arcade in downtown Nashville. And they went out of business in the Depression and moved to Hartsville and retired here. Old photographs of people who would come to Nashville to entertain. And they always would send a complimentary picture to the arcade music store.